Now, back to the Valley's top local talk show host, Heidi Harris. Call Heidi now at 257-5396.
All right, talking about open carry. Is this a good idea? In studio with me, Tim Farrell and David Stillwell, who believe that they have a right to open carry. Now, you know what? You guys have been accused. I'm going to address this question to you, Tim. You guys have been accused of purposely trying to aggravate the cops because, yes, can you legally open carry? Yeah, but what's a cop supposed to do? Ignore you walking down the street with a gun on you?
Well, you know, it's funny. I was starting to say that's actually how Dave and I met. I'd made a bet with Dave. I said, there must be something about the way you look or the way you smell. The cops must like you for some reason because I've never been bothered.
Right.
I said, I'm so confident that I will carry a gun on the strip on Las Vegas Boulevard, and I know for a fact the cops won't stop me. Now, the cops see it from the other angle. They say, well, you went to the strip looking for the attention. The fact of the matter is, I went to the strip knowing that there were a lot of police officers there and knowing the fact that they would respect my rights. I grew up, my father was a retired police officer, and my brother is an active police officer. So I had the utmost respect and confidence that my rights would absolutely be, respected in that case.
So you walked down the strip and what happened?
I was stopped at gunpoint by 3 officers. And 30 minutes later, they were threatening to arrest me. They actually came back and said that they thought maybe I was mentally ill. They actually said that they used the code 421A, which is Metro code for mentally ill person, because I was asserting my rights.
Let me back up a little bit. Now, when you were walking down the street with the gun, what time of year was this, by the way?
It was summer. It was June.
So you had your shorts on, your fanny pack, and your gun.
Correct.
Okay, so you got the gun on. Were any tourists looking at you askance as you were walking down the strip with the gun on your hip?
Well, actually, where I was on Las Vegas Boulevard, it was more near the Stratosphere, so it wouldn't necessarily be called the Strip. But
it's all the more reason to have a gun.
That's true.
Yeah, definitely.
There were as far as tourists, in fact, it was more the same thing that I usually get, which is thanks for carrying. Oh, I didn't know that was legal. How can I carry like that? Okay. Do you have a permit? It was a lot of more friendly conversation.
And you don't look like a freak or anything like that, but you're a pretty big guy. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Okay, and you're pretty big guy.
I'm 300 pounds. Yeah,
okay, so you're a pretty big guy. So you're not one of these little skinny guys. So do you think the fact that you're kind of an imposing figure adds to the fact that people don't like you carrying a gun?
I have a smile on my face. I've got what I consider to be kind eyes. And I'm a very friendly and I think articulate person that when people make contact with me, I come across not as a intimidating character, but as a friendly, this is a guy, this is like my brother.
So what's the point of trying to antagonize police officers by, I know you have the right. There are lots of things. I have the right to grow up my husband's butt in public and all kinds of things that I wouldn't do just because, I don't know, I just think it's not probably appropriate. Why do you do this? Did you not get enough attention as a kid? What's the deal that you got to purposely try to poke at them and try to get a response out of them?
Well, see, that sounds like what the police have accused me of doing is antagonizing them.
Yeah.
And really, that's not what I'm doing at all. Like I said, the first time that I really got accused of antagonizing them, it was merely a bet. To say, I know for sure they won't stop me. They've never stopped me before. There's no reason for them to stop me. I know they won't. Now, since then, since my rights were violated, and in fact, we can go and talk about some very basic rights that I asked for in a lawyer. I asked for my right to remain silent. I said, I don't want you to search me. They did all these things anyway. They thought that just the fact that I had a gun allowed them to do that.
And it doesn't. So what would you recommend if you're walking down the street with a gun, you think that the cops shouldn't, yes, you have the right to legally do that, but the cops shouldn't even stop you, even talk to you, even wonder what you're going to maybe do? Because remember the guy who shot up New York, and now, we don't know a lot of history about, whether anybody saw the gun ahead of time, but if he'd walked in there with a gun, somebody had seen it, the cop said, oh, I don't want to stop the guy, he's legally got the right. Then he shoots up the place, somebody's going to go back and say, hey, you saw the guy walking into the hotel with a gun, why didn't you stop him? You don't think they should even be curious as to what your intentions are?
Well, should they be curious about you driving a white van with no windows into a parking garage? That's how you blew up the World Trade Center years and years and years ago.
Right, but isn't that JDLR? Because if you pull into any parking garage in this town anymore, they stop you just pulling into the parking garage and take a look at you, see who you are. I don't know exactly what they're looking for because I'm not a hotel security guy, but they never used to have those before 9/11. And they stop you going in and they give you the once over and they're watching all that stuff. Sure. Don't they have that right?
The private property absolutely does. But do you have that right when I'm pulling into the public parking lot?
Well, I don't know the answer to that. I just think that police officers are watching things all the time that are public and private. You don't have the right as a guy to walk down in a public place or in flash part of your body. You get arrested for that kind of stuff. Now, once again, I know that's illegal. Open carrying is not. But whenever somebody's doing something that's out of the norm, that's what cops look for.
Well, who defines normal?
Right.
Well, your average person isn't walking around with a gun on their head. I mean, this is not Dodge City. I'm not saying you don't have a right, but
it's actually becoming more common. And in fact, the police are now trained. They went through an open carry training that covers the fact that when a person is open carrying, they're not allowed to stop them if all they have is the gun. Now, one of the things that is increasing the numbers of people open carrying, Nevada recently changed its I'll call it reciprocal CCW system. Right. We no longer recognize Florida or Utah permits. Now, these are the two most common permits, the easiest to get. And so the majority of people who would come to Nevada who would want to carry concealed are no longer able to do so unless they get a Nevada permit or another permit.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous. In California, apparently it's virtually impossible to get a CCW, as I understand, in California.
Exactly. So if you want to come to Nevada and carry a gun, you may not want to, but it may be your only choice is to open carry because Nevada changed that law. And if we don't recognize Utah permits, a Utah person who wants to come down here, they really don't have a choice.
Okay, let me back up. Maybe I missed that. So if you have a gun and you're from Utah and you come to Nevada, it's legal for you to walk down the street open carry, but it's not legal for you to have it concealed.
Unless you have a permit that Nevada recognizes.
Interesting.
And Utah is no longer on that list.
So how many states can you open carry in?
Over 40.
43, 42, something like that.
So just walk down the street, walk into Denny's or whatever with a gun. Mm-hmm. Now, what about the private places? Most of the casinos will not allow you to bring a gun in there. If you try to walk through the door of a casino, here, obviously it's private property, they can stop you, right?
You'd be surprised, Heidi, that a lot of them just, they don't have a problem with it. As
they
long
think
as you're going about your business
or
whatever, we go about our business and they don't give us a hard time. Now, every once in a while, we'll get ejected. We were asked to leave after we took a picture in front of the $1 million at Binions, but they were all polite about it. They just said, "Hey, you guys got your picture. Can you either lock your firearms up or
moving on down the line?" Huh?
Yeah. Well, and after we had our picture taken, we went down to another casino. We all walked in. About 12 of us sat down in the cafe and had dinner.
And you all had open weapons.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
And nobody cared.
That's correct.
Nobody. Yeah, the first time we went down after Tim's fiasco on the Strip. We'd been in contact with the Metro people and everything like that, and we went and they said, please go on a Tuesday night, don't go on a Saturday. We know it's legal, same thing you're saying, but don't go on a. We went down on a Saturday night, and they thought, oh my God, the 911's going to go off. All this stuff's going to be crazy, and the worst thing that happened was we got stuck in front of the fountain at the Paris because the Chinese tour bus unloaded, and all those little Oriental ladies wanted to take a picture with a John Wayne.
Oh, how funny is that?
And we were stuck there.
You want to see a real man with a gun and everything, huh?
And nobody was scared and nobody ran in
Interesting. Grab your headphones, guys, and take some calls here. Tim Farrell's here and David Stillwell, 257 KDW. And Frank's going to tell me I'm all wrong about this. Good morning, Frank.
Well, no, Heidi, it's sad. First, what the Chinese lady did was, there's a man with a gun. And if I was in the store, I'm like, yeah, that's an American right. What you came back with, for your show, is this a good idea? No, it's a right. And these thought processes and how prosecutors in courts, I don't ever worry about going on a jury, Heidi, because I'm a libertarian. They don't want. Well, I got to talk to a lawyer on your show yesterday. He likes libertarians. He wants open thought, and it's just sad. This really emphasizes the loss of education.
Okay, so what am I wrong about though? I don't understand. I know that it's a right, but there's some things. Listen, I have the right to French kiss my husband anywhere I want to, and I don't do it because I just don't know. It just what's the point of it? I'm not saying you're wrong and you don't have the right, but really, where am I wrong on this?
Okay, I'll give you an extreme. Okay, in Israel, a great majority of the citizens carry guns. When two terrorists went in to a temple to wipe them out with their AK-47s, a couple of them lived, and they said, we didn't know they had guns.
That's it. Well, of course. I'm not trying to be condescending. I get that. I'm a gun owner, okay? I'm all pro-gun. Y'all know that. I'm not saying you don't have the right to do it. I'm just wondering it's the right thing to do. We'll talk more about it when we come back. Apparently, the crowd's against me, guys. Can you see my screen? Can't believe you, Heidi. Heidi's thought process is all screwed. This is what my screen is saying. They're all going after me. Did you have all your friends call? Tim Farrell, David Stillwater here. I'm Heidi Harris coming back with your calls. 257 KDWN.